Tyrone Bowman live. Here's a story as reported by TMZ and Complex Magazine regarding NBA star Marcus Morris. So let's talk about it and find out exactly what's going on. Marcus Morris has been denied bond after the NBA player was arrested on a fraud charge at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport on Sunday. According to TMZ, the judge denied the bond during a hearing on Tuesday that saw the 35-year-old handcuffed, TMZ noted. But why was he handcuffed? You know, these people down in Florida with their racism and bigotry, they're really out of control. They bring white defendants into court and they're not even treated the way they treat black defendants. This man has been allegedly accused of a crime. He's an NBA star. So why such treatment of him? So you all don't like it when I call out things like this, but it's going on every day here in America. And it has to be addressed. Because when other ethnic people and their groups are dealing with certain issues of injustice, the whole world has to stop for them. But when it comes to black people, oh, it's just a black thing, it's a black person, etc., etc. Quote, "The world is crazy," Marcus's brother, Markieff Morris, wrote in a post made to X on Sunday night regarding the fraud charge. For that amount of money, they'll embarrass you in the airport with your family. They've got y'all really thinking bro did some fraud F's. They could have come to the crib for all that. When y'all hear the real story on this blank man, all I can say is lesson learned. Bro will tell y'all tomorrow. This weird blank gave me a headache. Can't stop nothing. End quote. Marcus has been held in custody since Sunday following his arrest in Fort Lauderdale. According to authorities, Morris was wanted in connection to a charge stemming from unpaid gambling debts in Las Vegas. The specific charge, which is fraud by insufficient funds, is linked to what Morris's agent Yoni Knoll described as an outstanding marker with a casino. A lot of people have markers that are outstanding with casinos. They're not handcuffed, brought into court, they're locked up in prison until a hearing. Now, this is insidious and it's ridiculous. Just so everyone understands, this is zero fraud here, or whatever crap outlets have said regarding fake checks or whatever the H. This is due to an outstanding marker with a casino. Apparently, if you have over $1,200, they can issue a warrant for your arrest. Absolutely insanity. Noy tweeted. That's true. Because if it was one of these politicians with the same marker, I'll bet you they wouldn't be arrested and handcuffed and brought up before the magistrate and then locked up in a prison cell, unable to address the issue. That's why this channel is here. Because all the other networks, all they want to do is speak in negative, derogatory terms about black people. Like we don't have any decent, civilized black people in America. No matter how educated you are, no matter how well spoken you are, no matter how much money you have, no matter how much success you have in this nation, if you are black, you're still considered, you know what they mean. So according to TMZ, Morris's legal team pleaded with the judge to grant bond during Tuesday's hearing or bail, arguing that their client was actively working to pay the Nevada debts. The lawyers contended that releasing Morris would allow him to address the issue more efficiently. However, the judge wasn't convinced and denied the motion for bond, ruling that Morris could only be released if Nevada authorities extradited him or if the active warrant tied to the case was rescinded. That's a bunch of bull, and you know it. Straight up. Straight up insidious, straight up crazy. Makes no kind of sense. A follow-up hearing has been scheduled for late August, though Morris and his legal team are hoping for a quicker resolution. Guarantee you, man, money, this is a MAGA Republican judge. When you get down to the real nitty-gritty of it, find out what his politics are. Find out who he pledges his allegiance to, because it's certainly in the Constitution of the United States. And just for the record, I don't understand why the NBA athletes and other great black stars want to go down to Florida anyway to spend their money. For what purpose? When you already know the type of treatment that you're going to receive. You know how they treat us down there. And if you owe money, pay the money and be done with it. And get on with your life. It's not worth your career. It's not worth your reputation. It's not worth the agony and heartache and despair that you have to pay your attorney. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to have your name all plastered on ESPN night and day and night and all these other blankety blank networks. It's not worth it. Because all they do is build you up to be larger and bigger than life to tear you down. They get satisfaction and joy with negativity and writing stories with negative substance to it. That's how they keep their jobs. Their editors want the salacious, the trash, the dirt, the garbage. They thrive on it. And Mr. Morris learned a lesson from this. Stop gambling in these casinos. Down there with those people. You can spend your money among your own folk. That way, at least, if anything happens, they're willing to work with you. All right, James Redding, I see all your highs in the comment section. What's happening? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe or think about subscribing to Tyrone Bowman Live. I'll be back with another story right after this. Never surrender, never quit.